Don't forget to subscribe for more. What happened next at La Frite? After Gorden Ramsay's intervention, Chewy was hired as the full-time executive chef, and Alex and Celine continued working together at La Frite. When Gorden revisited in a follow-up episode, Celine reported that things were going well, and Alex mentioned that they were getting along better. Gorden enjoyed a mushroom crepe and quiche, both of which were deemed delicious by Andre. Following the airing of the episode, Yelp reviews were mixed, with the Sunday brunch receiving the most negative feedback. However, TripAdvisor reviews were mostly positive, with fewer complaints. In July 2016, George Zowie bought the restaurant and continued operating it as La Frite for a year before closing it in September 2017. The restaurant was rebranded as an Italian eatery named Modo Mio. Reviews for the new establishment were largely positive. However, it closed in January 2020 and has yet to give an explanation as to why. La Frite was aired on May 20, 2011, and filmed in January 2011, and is Kitchen Nightmares Season 4, Episode 9. Now let's read some reviews for La Frite. I'm so saddened to learn of the closing of one of our favorite neighborhood restaurants. We loved their food and often had their amazing eggs Benedict for breakfast. So sad when a great restaurant closes down. Does anyone know the reason? I have been going here for years. The owner has changed and the quality is not the same. Escargots were my favorite appetizer. Last time I had and I was sick to my stomach for 48 hours. The garlic and butter sauce was just not right. Something was not sitting correctly. I have been going here for 18 years and I'm really sad to say I have to look for a new place. Merci George, thank you for investing in the best community on the planet. Sherman Oaks loves La Frite. Clams a must. Thank you for a gracious staff. The almond croissant. Perfection. You're missed. Where can I find you, my friend, my almond croissant? Now let's read some reviews for Modo Mio Cucina Rustica. I used to go to La Frite, which had this location before Modo Mio. When this new owner took over, I had my doubts as to their capability. But was I surprised? First off, a few months ago, as I was leaving the old restaurant, I met a man at the exit and said that the veal was awful. He introduced himself as the new owner. Last week I had the veal, and it was the best I've ever had in Los Angeles. So they have obviously changed their suppliers. Great. Second, the service was excellent. Casual and courteous, but professional. I like real, table service, printed menu restaurants. I don't like phony baloney, new restaurants that increase the prices and reduce the service and food quality all in the name of being new. So I'm off to Modo Mio again for a great meal served by professionals who are not out-of-work actors. We were saddened that this Old Valley mainstay finally closed. But it didn't come as a surprise after the new owner managed to vacuum all of the old world charm from Celine's beloved La Frite. First mistake, in my opinion, was exchanging the dynamic bumblebee yellow and black striped awning out front for one of invisible solid blue, then discarding the venerable wood window mullions in favor of blank glass made the interior even more anonymous. But the final straw was eschewing the comfy navy blue booths for more efficient and uncomfortable tables and chairs. Yet the food was good. We enjoyed eggs Benedict and bottomless champagne, although no longer brut, as it had once been with Celine and her father, and the amazing soups were gone, as were the friendly staff, Paco and Dustin and others whom we always recognized and who made an effort to tell us, "Good to see you." Yet in our 7 or 8 times thereafter Celine sold La Frite, the new owner never bothered even once to come over and say hello or ask how our meal was, whereas Celine never let us leave without a charming 5-minute catch-up. Lesson to be learned? No matter how good and hot your food is, if the hospitality and ambience is cold, no one is coming back. Sad, sad, sad. I think the restaurant may be permanently closed. There is a for lease sign and the phone has been disconnected. Last ate there a few days after Christmas. Too bad. But it was understaffed and they were out of a few menu items including dough for pizza. Now subscribe and check out some of my other videos.